Congratulations, I'm Nicole, and I am going to work on the wooden coffee table that I started. I don't know when I started it. I started it. This is as far as I got. Getting it glued together and getting it cut, and I haven't done anything else since because I've been focusing on that epoxy table that cracked, but I really would like to get going on this coffee table. And I'm trying to decide which side I like better. Not so much this side. This side, not so much. It's not as pretty. So I think for the top, I'm going to use this side. And when I glued it together, I was a ding-dong. And I put glue on the outside of this one. And I didn't need it, and now I have glue all over it. So I'm going to have to sand that down. So I think I'm going to start by sanding off the extra glue, and then we're going to plane it and make sure it's nice and level. And then my edges aren't completely, I don't think you can see, aren't completely even. So I'm going to take my rip cut, and I'm just going to make, with my skill saw, and I'm going to make nice even edges. So, and I think on this one, I want to route lines across it, fill it in with crayon, melt the crayon, and then just put like a nice clear coat of epoxy across the top so that it kind of just, not really brings the wood out, but it just protects it. So I'm going to sand this baby first. We'll move the planer off to the side because I don't need him right now. I think the planer is the him. I really do. I'm going to name him Butch. That's a good name. I'm going to name him Butch because he cuts stuff. The planer, his name is Butch. When I get, finally, probably years from now, when I get like a big planer that I can just shove this stuff through, I'll name that one something else. But I like the name Butch for my planer. I think that's a good name. So, I don't know what grit I have on here already. 100 grit. I'll try 100 grit first and see how well that takes off the glue. I have 40, and I have 60, and I have more. I'm just too lazy to go find them right now, so maybe let's try 60 first. Let's try 60 first and see how well the 60 grit does on here. And as always, safety gear. I'm going to put on my goggles. And I'm going to put on my fuzzy apron because I want to protect my Joker shirt. The all-time best villain ever, the Heath Ledger Joker. It's the best villain ever in life. And I'll argue down anyone who says otherwise. I don't like the new Joker. The new Joker is just boring. I don't understand how it won so many awards. Not that Joaquin Phoenix did a bad job. It just was boring. I don't see what all the fuss was about. Now the Heath Ledger Joker, that was a good Joker. Okay, so we're going to sand off the extra glue. I kind of need it on the edge, but it's kind of wobbly because I don't have a real table. So let's get this off real quick. switch and use 40 grit. And I'm not gonna be lazy. I'm gonna grab another 40 grit. And actually, I don't know if I'm gonna mess with my wood, but I don't even know if this, for vertical air sanders, well, can't use this. I was gonna use this 24 grit, but it says it's for vertical air sanders, and I don't got one of those. So we'll use the 40 grit. We'll use the 40 grit and call it a day. Beans. I can't use the 24 grit because I have no vertical air sander. And I don't even know what the difference is, but whatever. No, that's not all the way. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay guys, so I think this is going to take a while. So I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to finish sanding this down and then I'll be back. Okay, so I got it all sanded up. Well, at least from this side. Now, I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm going to try to plane this puppy down so that it's all even. And excuse me if you see me keep messing with my ear, but I dyed my hair and the hair dye gave me an allergic reaction and it put little bumps all over my scalp that itch so bad. And on my ears, because I'm not a good dyer, I get it everywhere. So that's why I keep bugging my ears, because they're itching really bad. The hair dye just was not my friend. So I'm gonna, let's see, I guess we'll start. My knob don't want to turn because there's epoxy from last time I used this thing. What I'll do, we'll start, I guess, we'll start where it says 1.2. So it's 3/64 of an inch, I think. I think that's how the measurements go. And I just clean these. Trying to protect myself from getting dust in my eye, and then I get them all over the goggles, protective glasses, whatever you want to call them. It's getting up in my eye anyway. Okay, so let's try to, let's see. Let's see how this baby works, because I don't know. Well, I know I have it plugged in. Which is really loud. Oh, it's nice and smooth. Which is really loud. So we'll do this across. Hopefully. Not so much. Just taking off like a tiny, tiny bit. So we'll put it all the way up to the highest setting. And we'll see how that works. I'll go this way. See if this works. Just took a chunk out of my wood. And you know what? I think I'm using the wrong side. We'll see. I'm going to have to do both sides anyway, I think. And I don't think I have this thingamajigger on all the way. Help if I clamped it down, but oh, it's not so smooth anymore. I can always sand that, but it is. I'll show you. It is working. I'm gonna have to do both sides, so the table's gonna be a little bit thinner than I think I would like, but now. Minus this, because this was here before. It's all even. This is awesome. Which is amazing. So, this is also going to take me a while. It's going to take me a while. So, I'm going to go off camera again. Well, no. I mean, I should. If I don't, it's going to be like a 3-hour video, and that's going to be so boring just watching me playing this stupid piece of wood. Well, it's not really stupid. It's going to be a table. It's going to be nice. I'm going to go off camera and finish planing it, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done on the front, and then I'll figure out, I think I need to do the back too, but I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done with the front. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so I got this side done. And I'm going to have to sand just a little bit because there's little, like, marks on it. But for the most part, I am impressed with Butch. He did a very good job. So, I am thinking I'm going to have to use Butch on the other side too because I can't use this side. I forgot. It has this like hole right here, so can't use that side as the top anyway. So I have to use this side. I mean, I guess I could use it if I wanted to, but I just don't want it. So I'm using, push my table all around. The table's just moving on me. I'm going to use this side as the front. I thought the other side was a little prettier, but at this point after what's been going on with my table making and my furniture making. Well, not furniture until I start my daughter's birthday present, which I have no clue how to make a vanity, so good luck to me and good luck to her. She might not like it if I don't do it right, so I gotta figure it out. But I'm gonna do this side too, because Butch did such a good job. And all I did was I took the planner and went this way. Ow! Ow! I broke my nail. And I don't even have nails, so it's going to be really low. Oh, that hurt. That's not going to be pretty. That's going to hurt coming off. It hurts right now. It's not even off. I wonder if I can super glue it so it stays down, so I don't have to peel it off, because then it's going to be like, you know that part under your nail? This is going to be exposed. That hurt. Anyway, I went this way and got it even that way, but it left a bunch of marks. So then I went this way, and then I made it all nice and pretty and even. So I only got to sand just a tiny bit. So I'm going to do that to the back. And I think I might super glue my nail in the meantime. And I'll be back again. Okay, so the front's done. Now, I just need to sand the front and the back and just make sure all the little, I guess you call divots are out. And then I can figure out how to use my router. And I'm going to route holes, well not holes, but I'm going to route lines into this thing. They want them to be diagonal somehow. And I'm going to fill it with crayon, melt it, and then I'm just going to put a clear coat of epoxy over the whole entire table. I think that will be the prettiest for this table. I feel like I could always just stain it, but I don't want to just stain it. That's not, I don't want to do that. It's not pretty. I mean, some people might like it, but I want something different. I don't want to do what everyone else does, or, you know, I want it to be a little bit more interesting than what other people would do. So I'm going to sand her down and we'll see how this goes. Safety first, goggles on, and let's try to get I have it in my mouth. I got it all over my face and I have it in my mouth. Does not taste good. So, this is the front. I'll do the back before, I'll do it before I pour the epoxy and before I do the crayons. But this is the front. So, beans, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to routing. I guess I could do it on top of here. When it comes to routing, I don't know what I'm doing. So, oh, I may have just had a really good idea for the crayons. On my miter saw, what if I just made little cuts with my miter saw and I stagger them on each side? So I put one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here, one here. I think that'd be easiest. So I learned how to use my router. I might put Blanche to work. I think that might be a good idea. probably see. Let's see if that works. Because hypothetically, I think it should work. Hypothetically. Ooh. She's getting stuck. One, I don't know what I named her. I can't remember if I even named her. I don't know. I think I may have named her Betsy. I think. I have Bertha and Blanche. I don't know what I named her. I think she deserves a name though. If I didn't, I can't remember if I named her or not. So, let's see. If, oops. Let's see if, hypothetically, what I'm saying could possibly work. I'm just going to try it on this. Piece of wood. And see, this clamp's like not a very good clamp. And then I'll wiggle it down just a little. When I wiggled, it was in the same spot. I didn't wiggle it down at all. You know, guys, I think this could possibly be a good idea. I think this could be a good idea because I don't think it has to go down as far as I put it either. I don't need it that far down. So and then I could probably just chisel out the rest. Or I could even use my router. Let's see. Let's see which one is a better idea. We'll move Blanche out of the way. What the hell am I looking for? I think the bit is already on. Yeah. And it is. It's already on. So let's see what would be easier and what would look nicer using either the router or the saw. I guess I should just do it up here so you guys can see, but I'll use the wood I already used. Okay, so these are the saw. I am not very good at keeping this straight, but I'm not very good at keeping it straight. It curved each time. So I think Blanche is our best bet. I do. I think I'm gonna have to use her. I think I'm gonna have to use her. Because while the router didn't do a bad job, I did a bad job using the router. Because they're each crooked. And I don't want my lines to be crooked. So if I use the saw, I use the miter saw and just, oh, but if I mess up, my table is a goner. I don't know what I'll do. Oh, someone's dog is getting killed or something. It's making an awful noise. Not my dogs. That's pretty sad. And it sounds like a little dog, so you know it's getting his butt kicked really good. That's sad. At least it's not mine. I don't have to deal with that vet bill. So, here's the thing. I'm going to choose not to use the router. I'm going to choose not to use the router because I don't have a steady hand. I'm going to choose to use my miter saw. Like I said, if I mess up, that's it. She's done for. My table is a goner. I think that's the best idea. So I'm going to go for a minute. I think I want a donut. So I'm eating a donut. I'm eating a donut while I think about this, and then I'll be right back. And I'm back. So I had my son come help me. He doesn't want to be on the videos. Well, he said he doesn't mind, but he doesn't want to talk on the videos. So he helped me route. We decided to go with the router. We used a 1/2" routing bit, the straight routing bit, and to make it easier, because I tried multiple times on this piece of wood and it was all crooked every last time. So we put a cinder block on and used it as a guide. And one of these, this one got bit into a little bit, so I have to fix it with either the wood filler or the plastic wood. So it's not perfect, but trust me, nothing I do when it comes to doing this stuff is perfect. Everything I do needs help in some way or another, because like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. My wood stuff's getting stinky. It stinks. So I'm gonna put, and this is gonna have to dry overnight. So after I do this, I think I'm done on this table for the day. There's really not much else I can do. That dog. That dog. We are not friends. I would like to be. We're just not. She makes it so you don't want to be her friend. She's not a good girl. She misbehaves. So, I'm going to put this wood, no, the heck is it called? Plastic wood. I'm going to put the plastic wood in the spots that could use it, and then tomorrow I'll sand it down, and we'll put the crayons in, and we will epoxy her my table, because I think she'll be done by then. This plastic wood is not as pliable as it used to be. I think it's starting to dry out. I don't understand why. I had it closed, and it's been in the same place that I had it before, so I don't know why it's drying out like this. And that dog is gonna get it. She just doesn't know it yet. She is not a good girl. But we had her over here while we were doing this to hang out with everybody. Because we have to have the two larger dogs take turns. Because if not, if we don't, what was I trying to say to you guys? If we don't have the two larger dogs take turns, then they come over here and they wrestle, and then they knock into my tools, knock them off my table, and almost knock my table off my table. It doesn't make me very happy. So they cannot be over at the same time. They have to be over here at separate times. So now she's mad that she can't come over. I think that's the point I was trying to get to. And the stuff usually it works better. It doesn't want to. Oh well. And then I want to fill in, before I epoxy this. Oh, table almost went in my lap. Before I epoxy this, I want to fill in the gaps that are in here. Like, I'll show you. In between the wood, there's still, like, it looks like there's still gaps. So I want to fill this in with the wood filler, let it dry, sand it down, and then just look like it's wood, and then epoxy the whole top. So now that I filled this in, you guys can see where I filled it in. I swear, that dog. Now that it's filled in, I'm going to let this dry overnight, plus it's getting late. I had to go in and I don't think there's anything I have to do except for watch murdery stuff on TV. But that's fun for me, so I don't know if there's anything else I have to do today other than that. So, if you like this video, holy moly. Now it's all of them, except for one. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. My link to my Patreon's down below if you would like to help keep this channel alive and well. And until tomorrow, have a nice night, everybody.